Yo, YouTube, what's up? Wally 92X here, bringing you another Wi-Fi battle. This battle was with my good friend RealmsBeyond. He's also a streamer, really cool Australian friend. This was during my stream this morning, and it's pretty much one of those games where it's like RNG's on your side or RNG's really gonna hate you. So shouts out real quick. Shouts out to my homie Dark 380. He's also another streamer. Kind of pretty much he helped me out with this team right here, as you'll see. Scarflando, Life Orb Latias, Leftovers, Rotowash, Leftovers Heatran, Leftovers Ferrothorn, and the main star Mega Altaria. This team, it's good. It's honestly becoming one of my favorite party to play with. Like, you got your Lando, knockoff, U-turn, Latias just gonna come in for the cleanup, pretty much, for in case I need to do anything. Rotomarsh for water types, electric flying types, anything to help out. Mega Altaria coming for the sweepage. Heatran for that, to absorb the fire for Ferrothorn. So it pretty much balances out. The only thing I kind of need is probably like defog on Latias or something like that, but at the moment I see no problems with it because I do bring out Altaria before rocks ever come up, so he pretty much becomes Dragon Fairy. As for my opponent, Realms, he has Mega Glade, Rosa Raid, Lantern, Noivern, I think its name's Ferret, or I forget, and Chandelure. But other than that, it's one of those games where honestly the salt was kind of real. But without further ado, let's hop right into the battle. Track 9, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, really good song, and ladies too. So Jay's gonna lead off with his Chandelure, while I lead off with my Landers. At this point, it's pretty much a scarf off, because I know both of us are really fast, and unfortunately I do go first and do get the knockoff, and pretty much the Chandelure just goes down in one hit. So not the best way to start off a game, but it really doesn't matter. Jay's gonna bring out his Glade. So I had to switch out because I still need Landers for this team. Just looking at what he had, it kind of could help me out in the long run. So I'm bringing in my Rotom, just because I know it can pretty much tank a few hits before it has to be, before it gets taken out. Pretty much, that's what it does. Try to help out while yeah. So he goes for the Drain Punch on the Rotom. And Rotom's like, I'm okay, I'm fine, I'm perfectly fine. So he's gonna withdraw his Glade, while I go for, I believe, a Will-O-Wisp here, just because I wanted to get his Glade if he was gonna stay in. Now, Rotom is water electric, so I was kind of afraid of him pretty much Giga Draining me and trying to destroy my Rotom, because Rotom does help me out a lot in this match, as we'll see. But he's gonna return his Roserade, go after his Lantern, and at this point, like, holy shit, I needed to get out because I thought he was gonna stay in. But at the same time, I wasn't too worried about this. I'm okay right now with Rotom staying out on the field. So pretty much I wasted a turn without doing any damage, but it's okay. He brings out his Roserade, trying to like try to predict into anything. But I'm just gonna go for the Pain Split in case he did want to do something. I would have even our health without really taking any damage. So that was a good part on him and a good part on me, because as you see, we're both pretty much at full health. I bring him back without doing any Volt Switch, fearing the Lantern. So I go into my Heatran, expecting him to Giga Drain, and that's exactly what he does right now. He goes for the Giga Drain, and Heatran is pretty much like, did you tickle me? Did you really tickle me? So that was pretty good on my part. Now this turn right now, I didn't really expect him to stay in. So if I remember correctly, he goes for the leech seed, so I was kind of like, okay. I was expecting him to switch out into something else, so I went here for the stealth rocks just to get free rocks up. So we pretty much just exchanged seeds for rocks, and I'm fine with that. Now this turn, I kind of expected him to switch out. I was expecting him to switch into the lantern just because it's a water type, and I'm fire, and he turns a fire type. So I didn't expect this whatsoever. He brings out his Seto Kaiba, while I pretty much went for the lava plume, just trying to do as much damage as I can to anything that came in. And unfortunately, his Gallade is the one who's gonna have to take damage for that, and it gets burned too. So that's pretty much really bad on his play right now, just because Gallade is a physical attacker and he doesn't need that burn. Because potentially could have sweat, and that burn pretty much saved me, since he doesn't have anything with heal bell or aroma, that one thing that floor just carries, where all the statuses are removed. And so at this point I was like, alright, if he's gonna stay in, I might as well just keep going for another lava bloom. And that's what I pretty much did. Now his I forget his name. It's a really cool one. Is Belly Drum Extreme Speed, and that's what he was counting on. But as we see, he gets the burn damage because of the seeds right now. He could have been perfectly at good health and just pretty much wiped out my whole team with extreme speed, but it gets burned. So it could have paid off. It couldn't pay off. It's one of those things where just RNG was on my luck, to be honest. So he returns his Sentra again and brings out his Gallade again. No, I mean his Lantern. So I'm honestly, I wasn't gonna stay for this, so I lied. Sorry about that. I watched this video before and I lied. I'll go for the Lava Plume just because I thought he was gonna stay in to take out the Roserade. Sorry about that, guys, by the way. So he goes for the Leech Seed, and I'm not trying to stay in and lose my Heatran. So what happens, I return it, bring it out of my Ferrothorn, because his Lantern is water electric, while I'm Steel Grass. Pretty much I eat up the Skull. The worst that could happen would probably get burned, and I wasn't too worried about that. Just because Pharaoh is just here to just help me out with the Iron Bars and everything I can potentially do. So he switches out and brings out his Noivern. I do have knockoff on this Ferrothorn, so I just pretty much like whatever you want to bring in, use knockoff. Unless if it was Mega Gallade, then that would have been a problem. That's Mega Stone, you really can't knock it off. So his Noivern goes for the Flamethrower, and just by that sheer power, I'm so glad I went for the knockoff, just because I believe he would have knocked me out. So I return him back with a Gyro Ball, and his Noivern goes down just like that. So I'm pretty much in a good spot right now. I believe I haven't lost any Pokemon at this point. So I'm actually doing really good. He brings out his Roserade again. Didn't see why the Roserade, because we're both grass types, but he goes for the double switch, brings out his Gallade again, his Burn Gallade. At this point, it really didn't matter to me whether Ferrothorn died or not, because he's pretty much helped me out with everything I need to do. So see, that's what I was talking about. I went for a knockout just to be sure he was going to bring something in. I could have easily taken out the items he was carrying. And yeah, he pretty much is burned. He goes for the Drain Punch, gets a little bit of health, but since he is burned, I'm even going to live it with 8 HP. So he takes, he gains health from the Drain Punch, but he gets hit up with the Iron Bars, and then I put up my seeds just so I can have something to get health back whenever I switch in, and I get my leftovers here. Get more with the Elite Seed. At this point, I really didn't care whether Ferrothorn stayed alive or not, so I'm just trying to do as much damage as I can. And the burn damage almost took him out, but I think he lived like 2 or 5 HP, and he's gonna go for the Drain Punch. He's gonna gain some health, lose some health, and yeah, pretty much survives everything back from like 2 HP also. But one thing you did forget was he didn't take no burn damage, and this is where you take the burn damage, and his Mega Gallade goes down for the count. He brings out his Roserade, while I bring my Altaria because I love finishing games off with my beautiful shiny Altaria. At this point, I go for the Dragon Dance just because his Roserade is poison type and grass type. I did not want to take a Sludge Bomb to the face and potentially lose my Altaria like that. But he goes for Leech Seed, so he can regain some health over time. Because I know some Roserades could be potentially really tanky. And that's what he's trying to do, just set up while I'm trying to set up with mine. So I go for the one Dragon Dance. I was expecting him to, I was honestly expecting a Sludge Bomb at some point, but he withdraws his Roserade and goes into his Lantern while I go for another Dragon Dance. No, I go for the Dragon Claw, I'm sorry. I go for the Dragon Claw, just trying to get as much potential out. I went for the Dragon Claw, now that I remember, Dragon Claw, so I can take out Roserade, make sure I don't have anything for a Sludge Bomb, and then have me covered whenever he comes down to the Lantern. So I Mega Evolve here because regular Altaria is Dragon and Flying, and you know, flying types don't appreciate that electric move status and stuff like that. So I hit him with a return. Lantern goes down for the count. He brings that in his Dunk Master, the Ferret. At this point, he's just trying to do as much damage as he can before the game's over. He goes for the Extreme Speed while doesn't really do much because of the burn, but I hit him up with a return, and his Dunk Master goes down for the count. He brings out his Roserade as his last Pokemon, trying to potentially do as much damage as he can, but I am at +2 speed, so I am luckily able to take it out in one Dragon Claw, and that's pretty much that's game. So if it's one thing that you've learned about this game is RNG sucks. You guys been on my stream, you'll see that I'll do really good and then do really bad depending on the RNG luck that I have that night while playing. But overall, guys, good battle with my friend Jay. His Twitch account is www.twitch.tv/RealmsBeyond. Mine's Wally92X. And that's pretty much it. I'll probably be live streaming later on tomorrow, hopefully. So stop by, say what's up to me and stuff like that. Be like, hey, follow you on YouTube or blah blah if you have never seen my streams before. But without further ado, thank you for watching, guys. If you do enjoy the video, give it a like, thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button on my Twitch, and as always, stay classy, people. Peace.